Welcome to another episode of Bleav in Falcons. I'm your host, Ovie Mughelli, with my co-host, Michael the Burner Turner. I got to figure out a nickname at some point because I'm getting a little jealous. But this is one of the most decorated Falcons podcasts, I think, in the history of Falcons podcasts. He's got 2 All-Pros. I got 2 All-Pros, a couple of Pro Bowls in there. Eventually we'll be put in the Hall of Fame if they know it's good for them. But either way, at the time being, we're here to talk Falcons football. We're here to laugh, cry with you, hopefully laugh a lot more and celebrate. But the preseason is here. Preseason games are here, and we have our first look at my boy, Michael Penix. Remember the guy who I said was going to get picked when everyone thought I was crazy? No, they're not picking Michael Penix. We got Kirk Cousins. We gave him $200 million. No, you were wrong. I was right. I said Penix is getting picked. He got picked. Now he's here. He played his game, and he didn't look bad. He looked good. And I know, it's preseason. It doesn't matter. It's the second, third string defense. But still, if he would have played bad, then we really would have been having a different conversation. But he played well. It was against some scrubs, some, players. But he showed us good decision-making, some touch on the ball. He had that command. And he had that, that presence that you want your starting quarterback to have, even though he's not starting. We want him to play well for 2-3 games. And then we'll never see him until another preseason, God willing, play well for 2-3 games. And we'll never see him for another, whole season. And we'll see what happens year 3. But for the first 2 years, we want to just know that Michael Penix is the guy. So before I keep on raving and ranting about Michael Penix, Mike, what are your thoughts on your namesake, Mr. Penix?
He looked good. You know what I'm saying? What I liked about him was decision making. I like the system that the coach is bringing in.
All right.
Quick. Ball out quick. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to think about where he wanted to throw the football. So he looked good. And I don't want the fans to get too excited like he's going to overtake, Kirk. You know what I'm saying?
Not going to happen.
I'm excited for Kirk to be in that system too, because he's a great decision maker too. So I'm excited for that. And I like the system. It's all about the system.
No, you're right. Because we've both been there and we've seen, throughout, me playing down there 10 years, you almost hitting 8, 9, 10 years. It's been great talent in bad systems that have ruined their careers. And in Raheem we trust and Terry Fontenot we trust. They didn't pick Penix to just put him in a wonky system that didn't really cultivate or really make his skill set even greater. So I feel very confident that we're going to make Penix look good because him and Kirk Cousins are not the same quarterback. We know just the age and the mobility, and to be able to mold the offense around both those guys is something that we can do. Even though, again, Kirk is a starter. Kirk's the guy we're going to ride with. But if we need Mike Penix, we got a way to kind of switch the offense to make him work. So I'm excited about that.
Right. No, you can trust him. So you want your backup to be trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? So I like what I see so far. Let me see game 2. Let me see game 2.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we see him in game. We'll see him in game 2. He's not at that point to where, yes, he's a big name, but he's going to play. We want to see what he can do. And again, we're not going to see him for a while. So I'm looking forward to game 2. But before we go into this whole conversation, we got to give our sponsors some love because they help us stay in the game. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything online sports betting. Right now, you can receive a 50% free bet up to $250 in your first deposit to bet on anything from baseball to Formula One racing to football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on the game of blackjack, poker, or whatever fits your fancy. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Use promo code Bleav, that's BLEAV, for your 50% free bet credit on your first deposit up to $250. BetOnline, game starts here.
Right.
So I want to go into, we talked about Penix, but it's preseason, and we all know what preseason means. It doesn't mean anything. It's something that to the rookies, to the young guys, to guys who are fighting for their position, it means a lot. But to the majority of NFL players, preseason is something you're trying to get by. But, the preseason games is a chance to kind of get ready for the regular seasons and figure out how to hit the pads or fit up and hit somebody who's not your teammate. What was Michael Turner thinking when it was preseason game time? Not just preseason and practice and training camp, but all right, games are coming. What's your mindset?
Well, I had 2 different careers, basically, you know what I'm saying? So, in San Diego, preseason was my season. You know what I'm saying? It was my way to show off like my talents, my skills. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew like LT was gonna play, so
Yeah.
I got to put some film out there. I got to do something. I got to make some film. So I always play good in preseason. Like I think I average over 6 yards per carry. You can look that up.
Okay. All right.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like
bad.
you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I did my thing in preseason, but
All right.
it was my thing. It was my time to shine. So I got to show the coaches what I got to do, and you playing for the 31 other teams. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just not just about showing your team what you can do. It's about the NFL, man, because you get bounced around
Oof.
all over. You know what I'm saying? So you don't never know you get cut. You know things change. You know what I'm saying? Like you put yourself in the best situation. You know what I'm saying? Like but you do what you got to do. Now when I
That's
came to the
true.
Falcons,
Yeah. Different story. I saw them.
different.
Like, I already know the answer to this. What Mike was thinking of the preseason. Not a damn thing. But go ahead. You tell him. What you
It was
thinking?
just I just like going through the warm ups, going through the pregame
Yeah.
drills. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Just doing like you know what I'm saying. I got 1 or 2 carries. That was it. But it was more like getting a rhythm, like what I'm gonna do, like pregame, like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like warm up, get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Season's about to come, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had to go. I ain't had to go for 100 yards or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I'll do like 1 or 2 carries and show a little something, bang some heads, get out. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
And that was the beauty of it, man. Like again, that's when I met Michael Turner, except for the obviously college, NIU,
Right.
Wake Forest, when
Yeah,
we first connected.
you make me.
We won't go into that. We went to that last episode about how I
Okay.
had more touchdowns than you and how I was obviously better and won the contest. But
Oh my God.
yeah, it was my first time with you, and we both enjoyed. You got a big contract to come here. 2008. I had my big contract 2007. I was the highest paid fullback, and so we weren't really trying to prove ourselves. We had been proven. Like they gave us the money to where we were proven, and the best part about preseason is getting some of the trainers or the equipment guys to get some cheesy fries and some Cokes and maybe some drinks, maybe some adult beverages. Maybe not. I'm not saying that anybody did anything illegal, but had the hoodie on and just eating your food, drinking your drink. And it was watching the young guys go out there and battle. You're just cheering them on. It was such a relief because I remember, like you talked about, the other side. I was in Baltimore, the Ravens.
Right.
Man, I was the anxiety, the stress, the pressure, because I was a third string fullback. Teams don't even keep one fullback, and I was behind Alan Ricard, was blocking for Jamal Lewis, and then Harold Morrow was a special teams guy, but another backup. And the preseason game, I was trying to murder everybody. I was trying to run through everybody. I was trying to make a name for myself on every facet of the game, special teams included. You play special teams your rookie year?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So
that's right. Yeah, you had to. So
I was
doing all that stuff. Preseason was like it was my game time. I mean, no one wants to get a chance to play in the NFL and mess it up because you ain't go hard enough on preseason. You can go hard enough because that's all we get. Well, that shows the staff, like the 31 teams, that we're good enough to play in the regular season. So I was so stressed out. Like this game is 2 different games for the vets and for the rookies. But for the Falcons, I mean, it was nothing for the starters. They rested almost every starter. Like the offense had everybody out there. I feel bad for the running backs. They had no starters on the offensive line, and it showed. The rushing game wasn't great. But yeah, it's the preseason. But when you were out there trying to do your best,
right,
at least back when you were in San Diego,
yeah,
I assume you had to run behind the second team and third string offensive lines. How did that work out? Because running backs are typically good about not cussing out their offensive linemen or fullbacks because you still need them. But how would you deal with the situation that happened to the Falcons yesterday, or on their first preseason game, where they were missing blocks? They were getting blown back. The running backs were getting hit left and right and didn't really have a chance to shine. I can see the frustration. Some of the highlights I saw, the lowlights, saw the frustration on their faces because you can only control what you can control. And if you're getting hit before you get to the line of scrimmage, what can you do?
I mean, Obi, I've been in all situations. I play with the first team too, though. You know what I'm saying? It was
Okay,
like LT and them was not playing at all, but I was
true.
there to play the first with the
Yeah.
starters. And I played in the fourth quarter too. I've been in them
Yeah,
games in the
yeah.
fourth quarter.
The whole game.
That fourth quarter preseason, pure hell.
Ooh, that's the worst. Them kamikazes
Pure hell.
trying to just make a team, and I get it, but they don't care about your knee, your life,
No,
your
nothing.
mama. They trying to hurt you.
Real sloppy, and things like that. But people don't understand like the grind of making an NFL team. You know,
Yes.
you gotta appreciate it, man. Like you never know how you can make a team. You know what I'm saying? The last 53, whatever. You never know. You never know. You can be like make a key tackle on punt or something like that. I made a team.
Yeah.
A key return, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like people just think like we just show up to NFL like we all stars.
Oh my gosh,
No,
it's insane, dude, because they feel like, oh, you made it.
right?
You got
No,
drafted. No, that's just
no,
the beginning. Getting
yeah,
drafted is the beginning. Oh, you made it through training camp. No, you got to get through everything. You talk about you can do A, B, or C, make a team.
right,
You can
right,
do things to get kicked off the team. You
right,
fumble. Again, we're running backs. We
right.
fumble the ball. That's the Cardinal sin, and my dumb behind fumbled my rookie year and it's because I had the scariest defense in the world. You know, Bart Scott and Ray Lewis and Peter Boulware and Delius
Yeah,
Thomas and Ed Hart, and it was just all Pro Bowlers and Hall of Famers. And I caught the ball one time, and it was in practice, and I got ping pong, boom, 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 boom. I hit like 2-3 times, like 10 times. The
right,
ball just fell out my hand. And Brian Billick, God damn it, Ovie, don't you hold on to the damn ball. I'm like,
right,
I'm concussed, like
right,
severely concussed.
right.
Don't know where I am. Like, get back in there. This is back in the days when they gave 0 F's about you and your mental state. They're like, get back in there. So I'm getting back in
Right.
there. Can't see, stars everywhere. And then I fumble again because he's like, do it again. Give it to Mughelli. Give me the ball, fumble again. And so all these things, like, you better not fumble in a game. You do, you're done. I
So
fumbled. I
like
got
when
the
you
ball
came
back.
to Baltimore, like that was a good defense, right?
It was a great defense. Number 1 defense in the country at the time.
Were you scared to practice against them?
Scared, terrified. Like I literally had to psych myself out. I had to get a mask. I did the actual physical steps of doing this. I would get a mask, I would put it on, and I turn it to like this crazy, like, don't give a crap. And
Right.
I was a scared child because I watched Ray in high school, not college, high
Yeah.
school, maybe middle
Okay.
school.
Right.
And watching this, this crazy guy, he went to jail and came back. I'm like, oh, he's a real killer.
Why you throw that in there?
He's really scary. And so I was just like, man, I just want to survive. Let's survive, pun
Right.
intended, practice. And so I had all types of anxiety and stress. But again, we can't show that. We can't tell them that. I called my mom and told her. But I was like, man, I'm big. I'm 255, 5% body fat. I look the part. But those guys will look the part just as much as I did.
Right.
And so it was a wake-up experience going to preseason. And thank God I made it to Atlanta because it changed everything. And then the pressure was just playing on Sundays, which was fine. It was some pressure, but it was just like I knew I'd proven to myself that I'm good enough that I can get this stuff done. And then it was just a point of like, let's go get it. Like it became fun. Football became real fun once they knew. Well, I knew they couldn't cut me because I had a guaranteed contract.
Oh
and
my God!
I knew that like there was no linebacker that I felt like was better than me. Like I had that mentality where I felt sorry for these cats going on the field against me.
I mean, you practice against the best. So like, how is it like practice against Ray Lewis?
The good thing about them was that after they knocked your head off and put you in the dirt and talked about it's a man's game and looked down on you, they pick you up and they saw that you could be valuable to the team because Ray was like, I don't learn the names, and most vets, I don't learn the names of rookies that I don't think are going to make the team. Like until you contribute to the team, I'm not learning your name. I'm gonna call your number. He was like, hey, 34, give us a look, 34. Hey, stop falling out. I would trip in the offensive line because they're getting jammed up by their defensive line, their Pro Bowl defensive line. So I couldn't even get through. Coach like, get through the A gap and hit the linebacker. I was like, there's nowhere to go. Like it's wall to wall, just fat offensive lineman.
Right.
So it was rough, man. But at the end of the day, those guys wanted to help me get better.
Right.
Especially Peter Boulware, man. That dude is like just his empathy meter is off the charts. He's like, hey man, I see you getting beat up out there. I see you getting your head knocked off, but you know what? It's gonna be all right, Mughelli.
Right.
You're gonna be a good fullback. I've seen a lot of fullbacks. You got something in you, so you keep at it. And this is like him and Kelly Gregg, and just like every day, Matt Stover, our kicker, they came up to me and just like try to give me some encouragement. And Ray finally was like, yo, if you want to hit a linebacker, you got to get your hands inside. You can hold a little bit, but you got to let go here. But if you're going to hold, do this at third, right before you hit, you got to dip low. And just the small little tricks and tips they started giving me that really helped me play everyone that wasn't them a lot easier. I'm like, yo, if I'm playing against the best in practice, games is easy.
Right. So, like, what was your record before when you got there? Like the year before?
Oh, we won a Super Bowl the year before I got there. Like, when I got there in 2003, these cats, I mean, they were holding up Super Bowl rings, talking about, guys, it starts now in training camp. It starts now. Every play, every this, every that. You got to give your all. I was like, wow, that's expectations are pretty high. Like, we going back to back Super Bowl. I was like, I'm part of a dynasty. We out here. Don't forget Tom Brady, the Ravens dynasty.
Right. And it was a different standard. It was 4-12 before I got there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, really?
I was rebuilding, and Marty kicked our ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Kicked our ass.
It was a rough training camp.
It was rough. It was a rough training camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was trying to make a name for themselves still. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, we had like maybe 1 or 2 Pro Bowlers, maybe. It wasn't like y'all was stacked.
We were stacked. Which is a good and bad thing. Like, training camp wasn't too hard. Like, it was hard. It was back when we had 2 days back in 2003. But like, he wasn't trying to kill us, because he's like, hey, these guys got to get ready for the regular season. Our expectations is just get through the preseason healthy so we can go and win us another Super Bowl. And speaking of healthy, the Falcons unfortunately didn't get out of the preseason healthy. DeMarco Hellams, Braylon Trice. You know, we'll find out more information about their injuries, but it just sucks. I hate it for these guys when you're trying to show a team why you belong, and you're trying to show a team why they should keep you on board or give you more playing time, and your best ability is your availability, and you getting hurt. It's just like, man, it's one thing during the season because, you know, you get 3 games and, you know, 3 or you get a couple of games, and at a certain point, like, they got to pay you. But like, before it comes to the decision of making the team or not, you getting hurt, coach is like, but coach, hey, I still function. Like, oh, you pop your Achilles or your hamstring. And so, I mean, the question is with these guys, club in the tub, you don't want to do that. But like, how do you, or what would be your advice if somebody says, yo, I want to go hard, but I know if I get hurt, I'm out. Like, how do you, or can you walk that fine line of not putting yourself in harm's way, but still giving your all?
You can't play scared.
Yeah.
Play. You got to go 100%. You got to. When you, I think when you're trying to protect yourself, that's when you get hurt for real.
Yep.
I think that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But just go all out, man. Play. You've been playing your whole life. Continue to play. Don't be scared. Don't let the lights get too bright. Play. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happen. You can't control it. You can't control when you get hurt. You know what I'm saying? You can get hurt during the season, so that doesn't matter. Just play. Just play.
It sounds good. You know, actually, you're right. As much as you try to find a perfect answer, there is no perfect answer for that. How do you play football and not get hurt? You can't play not to get hurt. There's no way that, especially with your position, my position, really all positions, but like as a fullback, as a downhill run, like if you was like, you know, Warwick Dunn, and, you know, we all love Warwick Dunn, saw him at the last Falcons game. He was very open to saying, I ain't taking no hits I ain't got to take. I'm running my ass out of bounds. You see me? He's like, if you ain't in front of me, I'm running out of bounds, because we always give him shit for running out of bounds. He's like, why wouldn't I run out of bounds? I got the first down. I'm good. You know, but you're more
like
of a,
hits.
I'm gonna get every yard. I'm gonna get every yard. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna send a message. And you just played like a bully, and I blocked like a bully, and you can't do that, bully people without, you know, while worrying about getting hurt. That's just not how the football works.
I like the contact. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready for the season. Give me some hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's getting ready for the season. And plus, I had an advantage.
What was your
Linebackers
advantage?
don't want to tackle during the preseason. So
They don't. You know what's
so
funny?
they going soft. I'm going full blast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
You're
That's my
absolutely right.
advantage. So I'm good. I'm ready to go.
They don't want to tackle during the preseason. And if you hit them hard enough, they don't want to tackle the fourth quarter. They get to the
Right.
point where I was like, because my coach was telling me, like my third, fourth year with the Ravens, where my contract year, I was dangerous because I knew that if I played my ass off, I can make millions of dollars. If I played okay, I can make maybe 200,000 more. I was like making $800,000 a year. I can make maybe $1 million, which would still be cool.
Right.
But I knew if I went hard, that I was going to get broken off. I mean, like everyone does. Their contract year, they go crazy. And so my contract year, my coach was saying, look at Mughelli in the fourth quarter. These linebackers, they're backing up. I said, no, they're not. Like, no, look, they're backing up. And it's because from play one, I was trying to make an example out of them. Like, I wanted to get make them my highlight film. And it's just, if I was playing not to get hurt, because some people say hey, contract year, don't get hurt, so I can get that big money. Because if you get hurt through your contract year, they're like, let's give them a 1 year prove year, and that doesn't come. So I was just like, F it. I'm going all in. I'm trying to hurt people, and not hurt people, but like hit them hard enough to where they feel.
You're trying to hurt me, Roby.
No, yes, no, baby.
I played with you. Oh, we was going downhill. It was like
we was going down, mother loving hill. Like it was a man.
Oh, they were soft. They were soft.
Soft. The thing, Mike, there are guys who I was like, "How did you make a team?" I said, "How did you get in the NFL? How did you make this team? You are soft. You are sorry." There are linebackers, and maybe just because we 500 pounds of fun. Like I'm 250, you 250. We was out there just like pounding people, like hitting them. And first, second, third, fourth quarter, they was tired, and they should have been tired because if I didn't hit him, you hit him. You didn't hit him, I hit him. Like it was just it was one of those things to where I literally felt sorry for people playing against us. And I always say I'm not going to be that old guy saying back in my day, but back in our day, I feel like the downhill running was it was more downhill. Like it's still like there's some great running backs now, and of course Derrick Henry is one of the old school guys, but you don't see as many downhill power backs or even fullbacks. Fullbacks now are finessing and they position block and they'll cut somebody. You're not seeing that.
They more like tight ends, like a hybrid tight end.
Yeah, my God. Even my boy, the highest paid fullback right now with the 49ers, I love him. I think he's great. He's very multi-talented, but you can't say that he's blocking like Lorenzo Neal was blocking. You can't say he's blocking like Max Charles blocking. He doesn't have the frame. Kyle Juszczyk, that's his name. Kyle Juszczyk. I mean, he's a fan favorite. He should be because he does so many things. He catches like a boss, like one-handers and runs great routes. That was my weak point. I was never the greatest route runner. And you too were also not one of the greatest route runners, but we had other talents in other places.
Right.
I did a thing.
But Ovie, we were just trying to get to the fourth quarter. We know we was wearing them down. We were just wearing them down. And like today's game, they don't even call it like ISOs, powers. I don't see those plays anymore. So like it's kind of hard to wear defenses down now. It's so much passing, throwing.
Yep.
I don't know if I could be a running back right now. I don't know.
I'd be hot. I mean, because even as a fullback, my first year here, and granted, Mike Vick had his thing that he went through, and we got like Joey Harrington, Byron Leftwich, and my man Chris Redmond. I had Chris Redmond in Baltimore, Chris Redmond in Atlanta, and we were down every single game. This is before you came. We didn't throw the ball. I mean, we didn't run the ball. We threw the ball all game. It was so bad that I was the highest paid fullback in the NFL, and I had Falcons fans, first of all, mad that they picked a fullback as their biggest free agent acquisition. Like, you could have got a second receiver. You could have got a defensive end. You picked a fullback? I've never even heard of this guy, Ovie Mughelli, because no one knows fullbacks. I go to fans now, I say, name 3 fullbacks. 3,
right. You can't.
They're like, I don't know. Like, Ovie, I love fullbacks. Oh, do you? Really? Name 3.
Right.
This year. Or ever. They're like, Mike Allstott? I was like, he was kind of fullback, but not really because he was like tailback. So anyways, So anyways, I came here and people were like DMing me and social media was trying to start to get big and they saying like, you're a waste of money. I don't know why the Falcons picked you. Disgrace. You're making so much money per play. And like, I got like all this stuff because we just didn't get a chance to play to do the run game. So it
paid off.
For
It paid off,
people
Ovie.
who want to do that.
It paid off, Ovie. I can't.
It paid off. It all came. You came, and then
right.
Matt Ryan came,
right,
and it all worked out. So it's all good.
Right.
But back to our Dirty Birds, our Falcons. Like this preseason thing, I just hope that we get to see what Bijan can do, what Tyler Algiers, who's a little version of you, can do. Get the starting offensive line in there because I don't like this whole don't play at all in the preseason and just go to the first game.
I don't
crazy.
Like I don't
like you got to do something to get yourself warmed up, especially O-line, fullbacks, running backs like you. We need contact, and not just the contact we have against our own teammates because you're afraid to really let loose. You don't want to. I never want to really block the way I wanted to with my guys, and I'll go like up to that edge, 9-on-7 and inside drill, but I still ain't going all out. You should have a period where y'all can do that. So I'm hoping I can see what the running game can do. I'm hoping I can see, what our starters can do on defense because even the defensive line wasn't hitting like they were supposed to. Evan Katie, they're all right, but no one's standing out. Grady didn't play, but I want to see us get after the quarterback. I want to see rush the passer. I want to see everything come together. And so this game wasn't for that. This is our Penix game, and we get to see what he can do. And everything else was the 2s and 3s. But next game against my Ravens, I want to see our team.
Your Ravens.
Together, I want to see what we can do.
Did you say your Ravens? Ravens? I
mean, I was 4 years in Baltimore. I was 6 years with the Falcons. They gave me my shot, so I can have two teams. I had my Ravens and my Falcons. But I just Bleav in Falcons. But my Ravens gave me a shot.
I don't say my Chargers. I don't say that.
I mean,
I got love for them. I don't say my Chargers.
I mean, it's my boys. Like I love my Ravens, but I'm a Falcons guy. I live in Atlanta. I stay here. I go to the events. Me and you are going to be on the cruise that's going to get announced soon.
Yeah.
We got a little fan cruise thing, but it's all love, man. I love the city, love the businesses, love the sponsors. In fact, before we leave, we have 4 sponsors. We got 2, almost 3 done. We need 1 or 2 more sponsors. So if you want to have one of the most decorated backfields in the Falcons history, talk about your business, your company. We might get Mike to come around there and sing and dance and do some tricks and stuff to get somebody to come buy your stuff. If you want that for us to advertise with you, you to advertise with us, it's BleavinFalcons1@gmail.com, BleavinFalcons1@gmail.com. Reach out to us, and we'll work something out. Mike might even give you a deal because it's our first year as fullback, tailback. We'll see.
Right. We'll see. Make your business special enough to put me on social media.
Yeah, I mean, Mike can promote on social media once he gets one, but we're working on that. We're gonna get him a Twitter, Facebook, a TikTok. Do all types of stuff. But for real though, we appreciate our fans. I've been meeting more and more out there. I went to Mercedes-Benz Stadium as me and Jarius, our other running back of our trio. We were doing autographs and stuff, and I had not 1 or 2. I had like multiple people come up to me with the Bleav, say, "Oh man, I watch your podcast. So I listen to your podcast." I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, I'm sure you do." Like, no, like they pulled it right there. Right there, I was like, you actually do, because
you never know who's watching, man. Like it's a lot of Falcons fans out there that watch everything Falcon related. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any content out there, Falcons, it's people out there watching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be more interactive with the fans because I normally meet them in person and do stuff like that, but get on social media.
Yeah,
I'm getting on social media.
You died inside. It's a great place, Mike. It can be scary, but you're a big boy. I think you can handle some of the trolls.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Michael, I'm glad you're on here. I want to tell you about your 3rd year with the Falcons where you fumbled that ball and we lost. You're terrible.
Yeah. I gotta hear about all that. Okay.
You're gonna hear about it.
It's cool.
You got thick skin.
I do. I don't care. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I like when they talk trash to me. You know what I'm saying? They love you. They hate you. They're going to talk about your good plays, your bad plays. You cost them on fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? Something crazy. You know what I'm saying? I meet lots of people. So I've been through all that, so I can get on the net. I can get on social media. I can do that.
We'll work it out. We'll get the Bleav Falcons team to hook you up and get your socials going so we can interact a little bit. And we've been talking about it for a while because we want to get some questions from you guys. We want to get a little mailbag of some, just some what y'all want to ask Ovie, Mike. Anything's on the table. Anything's on the table,
And anything.
Almost anything's on the table. Yeah.
Almost anything. Why you change? Why you change, Ovie?
Who are you?
Why you change?
Mike, me?
Why you change?
Ovie, cut the line.
No, right. Okay.
Hey, Bonquisha called again.
You're right. Stuff like that. I got to deal with that. But don't worry about it.
But anyways, let's wrap up this so we can get you guys out of here. Thanks again for watching and listening. Bleav in Falcons. Mike and I are just getting started. We got a lot of guests coming up. Algie Crumpler's going to hop on the pod. Warwick Dunn, of course, going to hop on the pod. We got, I think, Andre Rison. Reached out to him. He's like, yeah, I love to hop on the pod. I mean, who doesn't want to hop on with, two Falcon legends? So we got a lot coming up for you guys. Definitely reach out for sponsorship. Keep on listening. Keep on subscribing. Keep on supporting. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you.
Yep. Appreciate it.